Did they confront him? Did they go up to him? Did they talk to him?
I do not have those details at this time.
How many explosive devices were found on or near the site?
Again, I would have to defer you to the FBI.
Was he just a lone gunman?
I would have to refer you to the FBI's investigation for motive.
When was the last sweep of that roof done prior to the rally?
I do not have that information at this time.
Well, you should have it, or don't show up. Lawmakers calling for Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheatle's resignation after yesterday's disastrous testimony on Capitol Hill. Former Secret Service agent Charles Marino joins us now. Charles, did she have a choice? Could she have answered those questions?
Absolutely, there were questions she could have answered. Look, there were just flat out too many non-answers. No matter who the director was yesterday walking into the Capitol, we knew this was going to be a day of reckoning. So that aside, it was how this director, Kim Cheatle, decided she was going to go about answering all of these questions. And I think things about timelines, who had direct oversight of the plan to sign off on this operational plan, I think that's all in play. I think when you come in as a veteran with almost 30 years experience as a line agent, Congress is expecting you to have some experience and personal opinions to be able to share about the matter.
How about her decision not to even visit the site? I mean, that to me, you couldn't keep me from that site. I would be there the next day. I need to find out for myself. I want everybody in charge. I want you to meet me in Butler. Why was there someone not on that roof? Who confronted this guy when he tried to get through with a rangefinder? Where was the gun? Now, over the weekend, it was pretty clear there was no ladder. Yesterday, she goes, I don't know if there was a ladder. He got on the air conditioning and popped himself up. That's what I thought was conventional wisdom at this point. And they made up the story about the slope in the roof. There was no slope.
Yeah, Brian, there were a lot of strategic errors here from the start. One, not showing up to the press conferences. Two, deciding who to do news interviews with. And you can't, this is not a matter of convenience. You can't say information is part of the investigation, but on the other hand, you brought them up in 2 interviews that you did previously. They did not visit the Butler site. I agree with you 100%. So a lot of strategic errors. I think a lot of unnecessary hits that they're taking in addition to the hits they should be taking.
Here's Eli Crane, who spent his prior life as a Navy SEAL sniper. He went right to the roof. He's now a congressman in Arizona. Listen to his assessment.
It's not that steep at all. We just had a 70-year-old man back here climb up on the roof easily. See that water tower behind me? Had Secret Service or anybody had sniper teams up there, this guy wouldn't have made it 5 feet up this roof. He would have been taken out.
Right, and that was outside the perimeter.
Yeah.
That's not a good idea, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, let me answer this question, because there's a lot of confusion being created from the director on this perimeter stuff. The threats that are identified and need to be mitigated drive where the perimeters are set. So, for example, and this is a 5-minute solution, when you go out to that site and you see that a building like that comes into play with a direct line of sight only 150 yards away, you stand there and you look at the other agents and you say, that building is now part of our outer perimeter. There you go. And you make the plans accordingly to mitigate those threats. To say that a building like that just naturally fell outside of the perimeter is nonsense. Perimeters are flexible and unique to the site environment.
And it's just crazy. The simple question, did anyone sign off on the Butler plan to secure that event? And she wouldn't even answer that question. Charles Marino, thanks so much.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.